2026 is about to completely melt your phones. We are finally waving goodbye to mind-numbing autoplay mechanics. This year is bringing pure AAA console quality graphics and manual skill-based combat straight to your hands. So today we are breaking down the absolute top 15 upcoming mobile games that are guaranteed to dominate your free time. Before we jump in, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and let's get into the countdown. Starting off at number 15 is Fate Trigger. This game is heavily focused on being a multi-platform release, featuring full cross-platform play between PC, consoles, and mobile. It's a gorgeous anime-style battle royale shooter built in Unreal Engine 5. What makes this special is the verticality, like you are fighting across floating islands with dynamic physics. Each hero has extraordinary special skills and the gunplay looks incredibly snappy. Early access is already hitting PC right now in Q1 2026, and the mobile testing phases for iOS and Android are expected to follow shortly after. Well, if you want high-octane tactical combat with colorful visuals, keep this on your radar. At number 14, we have Unending Dawn. Developed by Per Se Fate Studio. This one is an open-world action RPG that is basically what happens if Genshin Impact and Sekiro had a baby. The parry mechanics and fast-paced combat are heavily inspired by From Software games. Just like Sekiro, you have a posture gauge, time your blocks perfectly, break the enemy's stance, and you can unleash a devastating finisher. It's an open-world RPG, but the combat is committed and punishing. No button mashing here, only skill. While a 2026 full release isn't officially locked in, a beta test for iOS and Android is highly likely this year. Number 13 is a massive surprise, Overwatch Rush. Blizzard Entertainment just revealed this project on February 24, 2026, and it's currently in the early stages of development. It's a top-down 4v4 hero shooter. Think League of Legends camera meets Overwatch abilities. You have got the classic roster like Tracer, Reinhardt, Mercy, but the controls are optimized for mobile, similar to Diablo Immortal. It's fast, it's competitive, and it's built from the ground up for quick, intense sessions. Well, we don't have a firm global release date yet, but bringing the hero shooter mechanics of Overwatch to mobile could completely shake up the competitive scene. I am keeping my eyes glued to this one. Coming in at number 12 is Path of Exile Mobile. Grinding Gear Games is developing this purely in-house as an experimental project aiming to launch sometime after Path of Exile 2. You get the full complexity of the Path of Exile skill tree and support gem system. They have specifically designed the UI to make complex inventory management actually feel good on a touchscreen. Here is the best part. They have explicitly promised that this will be a fully featured, no garbage mobile action RPG with absolutely zero pay-to-win elements. Pure dungeon crawling, complex skill trees, and no autoplay nonsense. Number 11 is Monster Hunter Outlanders. Developed by Teamy Studio Group in collaboration with Capcom, this isn't just a simple spin-off. It's a massive free-to-play open-world survival game. You can explore massive regions like Isoland, craft facilities using gathered materials, and even use zip lines to navigate terrain. The combat keeps the series' depth, like you have got foresight slashes, light sprint slashes, and coordinate co-op moves. Plus, they have removed the weapon sharpening mechanic to keep the flow fast for mobile. They ran a closed beta late last year, and industry speculation points to a 2026 release. So you will be exploring dynamically, gathering resources, and taking on massive monsters with your friends without having to lead into isolated hub missions. At number 10, we are getting toxic with Rust Mobile. The infamous multiplayer survival game is bringing its brutal open-world base building, raiding, and PvP to your phones. The 2026 roadmap even shows novel updates with player-made boats and deep-sea exploration. It's a true sandbox where you can build massive fortresses or live as a lone wolf. Just remember, in Rust, everyone is a threat. Well, development is progressing well, and a full global release is likely targeting the mid to late 2026 window, so prepare to lose all your loot while you are on the bus. Number 9 goes to The Hidden Ones. This game was originally aiming for a 2025 release, but development has been extended and active testing is pushing well into 2026. It's an action-heavy title that emphasizes fluid movement and stealth mechanics. The developers are focusing on high-end optimization, so expect this to be a showcase title for those of you rocking the latest flagship chips. Well, taking the extra time in the oven is usually a good thing for AAA mobile games to optimize those high-end graphics and smooth out the frame rates. So I am perfectly happy waiting for a polished product. Sitting at number 8 is Displaced. It's an action RPG that blends survival with dark fantasy. You are displaced in a mysterious world and have to build, craft, and fight your way out. The combat is tactical, and the atmosphere is thick with mystery. Just launched in early access on PC via Steam earlier this month, the developer 10 Tones, the team behind Dismantle, has confirmed that mobile versions are planned, but they are going to arrive roughly 6 to 12 months after the full PC and console launches, so expect this to be a premium, highly detailed experience once it finally hits our screens. Number 7 is The Realms. We have got a massive gameplay showcase for this back in mid-2025, and it blew everyone away with its stunning environments. It's an RPG that focuses heavily on environmental interaction. The world feels alive, like from the way the grass moves to the lighting in the dungeons. It's aiming to be one of the most immersive fantasy worlds on Android and iOS. While a specific public Android and iOS release date hasn't been officially confirmed yet, it's one of the most visually impressive RPGs on the horizon. Number 6, Pale World Mobile. You already know what this is. The viral Pokemon with guns survival game took over the world, and Krafton is working on bringing that exact same chaotic energy to mobile devices. You get the full survival crafting loop, like capture pals, put them to work in your factories, and take them into battle. They are even testing mobile exclusive islands and pals. With cross progression likely, you will be able to manage your base on the go and jump back on your PC when you get home. With a potential release expected around 2026, catching pals and building massive automated bases from your phone is going to consume all your free time. Breaking into the top 5, we have Sea of Stars. This is a masterpiece of modern retro design. The turn-based combat features timed hits, meaning you can increase your damage or reduce incoming hits by tapping at the right moment. It's got a beautiful story about two children of the solstice, and the pixel art is some of the best ever made. So mark your calendars for this one. Guys, it is officially releasing on iOS and Android on April 7, 2026. So if you love classic, retro-inspired, turn-based RPGs with incredible storytelling and beautiful pixel art, this is an absolute must-play. It's perfect for mobile gaming sessions. Number 4 is Azure Promelia. From the makers of Azure Lane, this highly anticipated creature collection action RPG is widely expected to drop in 2026. Featuring beautiful anime aesthetics, base building, and fast-paced manual combat, it's aiming directly at the core gacha RPG audience but bringing a fresh coat of next-gen paint. You are not just fighting, you are bonding with Kibo, creatures that help you fly, swim, and explore. The combat features dynamic combos between your character and your pets. It's vibrant, magical, and looks like a true competitor in the open-world gacha space. And folks, now it is time to smash that subscribe button and discover amazing games. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Ananta. This is the one everyone is calling the anime GTA. Set in the sun-soaked metropolis of Nova City, you play as a captain of the Anti-Chaos Directorate. The gameplay here is absolutely wild. Like, we are talking high-speed street racing, parkour, and a grappling hook system that looks suspiciously like Spider-Man's web swinging. But what really sets Ananta apart is the anomaly system. You will be dealing with paranormal chaos in the middle of a modern city. Imagine a toilet sprouting legs and racing you through traffic. The combat is pure Kung Fu movie energy. It's fast, and you can use the environment to your advantage, like picking up a trash bin or a park bench to smash enemies. While it doesn't have an official finalized date yet, it is widely expected to release in 2026. The hype around this title is huge within the community, promising deep lore, fantastic graphics, and an immersive world that pushes the boundaries of what mobile hardware can handle. Our runner-up at number 2 is Silver Palace. The developer just held its first highly successful closed beta test, the Monotype test, back in January 2026. Well, it's a detective-themed open-world RPG where you can actually analyze NPCs to find hidden enemies. The combat is faster than Genshin, but more deliberate than Wuthering Waves. You have even got a horse you can summon to drift and fly through the city. The writing is sharp and the immersion is off the charts. While the finalized release date is still pending, the sheer quality of the animations and the combat fluidity shown in the beta proves this is going to be a heavy hitter in the mobile space. And finally, number 1, Horizon Steel Frontiers. Announced late last year at G-Star 2025. This game looks absolutely unbelievable. You will choose a tribe like Nora, Tenakat, Oseram, and hunt massive machines like Thunderjaws with thousands of other players. The combat is incredibly deep, like you can blow off machine parts, climb them using a pullcaster, and even pick up weapons dropped by machines to use against them. It is the definition of console quality on mobile. Well, it's still in the early pre-alpha development stages, but it has been noted to potentially launch in late 2026. It promised true AAA console quality graphics that will push devices to their absolute limits. Could this be any more epic? I seriously can't wait to test this on my rig and see how it holds up. And that is the lineup for 2026. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 15 titles is going to be the first one you download? Let's argue about it in the comments. I will be down there replying to as many of you as I can. Well, if you enjoyed the deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe to join the den. Until next time, watch my latest videos from here. I am Jasper. Keep gaming, stay legendary, and I will catch you in the next one.